Well, let's talk a bit more about sustainable investment. I'm now joined by Nina Lazic. She works for Finance Watch, an NGO that wants investors to shift their portfolio into a more sustainable direction. Nina, can I make any serious money with sustainable investment?
Of course, all investors would like to have maximum return and minimum risk. But of course, when we discuss the sustainable finance topic, we really should also change totally our mindset, because environment is providing so many value to the people because our economic system depends on environment and natural resources. So even if the market is not able to give a value, so price to those environmental goods, they really give a lot of utility to retail investors and to people generally. So we think that in first place, it's really important to have a different perception of what return means in the context of sustainable finance. So it's a financial return, but also non-financial returns. And also we see that, for example, when looking specifically at the financial dimension, that green bonds perform more or less as standard bonds, but we don't have to forget that the green bond markets and other sustainable financial products still represent a very small share in the market. So unfortunately, this is due mainly to the fact that the current environment policies are not so strong enough to create the right economic incentives. And because of that, we still need to work more and more on these policies, which should really make the sustainable investment more profitable, so that we don't have only a niche market of these sustainable financial products. We need to mainstream finance in this sense.
Nina, are banks and investors, in your experience, really ready now to put principles over profits? Because you said they might not perform as well as traditional investments.
Well, let's say that the pressure on banks and financial institutions is coming now from a different perspective, because we know that environmental issues, and especially climate change, are going to impact also the economic outlook. So because of the climate change, we expect lower growth in the future, and this clearly means also lower return on the assets. And climate change is a type of risk that cannot be diversified. It will affect all our economy. And in this sense,
excuse me if I interrupt. Is this just about the environment, or is there are investors looking into other aspects of their investment as well?
Well, it's not only, of course, about the environment. The focus, of course, now is on climate change, because if we don't address the problem of climate change, it's very difficult to think to address other, let's say, social issues. So, for example, immigration is strictly linked to climate change. So climate change is kind of priority in this sense, because it will also help to address other social issues. But if we think, for example, governance, we believe that good governance or respect of labor rights, human rights, no tax evasion, this should be the common practice. So yes, we are happy to see investment also focus that area, but for us that should be the regular case.
Nina Lazic, thank you very much.
Thank you.